Let me ask you something. When you picture someone who sells online courses for a living, what do you see? A ring light? A professional camera on a tripod? Some ultra-clean studio apartment with an exposed brick wall and a bookshelf that looks like it was curated by an interior designer? Yeah, that image is destroying your chances of actually starting. Because here is what nobody tells you. The people buying your course do not care about your production value. They care about your expertise. And the idea that you need $2,000 worth of gear before you can build a single course is one of the most harmful myths paralyzing people like you. Today, I'm going to dismantle that lie completely. We are going to walk through every single piece of equipment you actually need to launch a real, profitable course. And I promise you, almost everything on this list costs exactly $0. Not cheap, zero. And at the end, I'm going to show you why the platform you host on matters far more than the camera you shoot on. First, let's talk about the one device you already own that is right now sitting in your pocket or on your desk, your smartphone. That is your camera. That is your recording studio. That is your entire production setup. Done. Now I know what you're thinking, but the quality though? Let me stop you right there. The iPhone 14 and the Samsung Galaxy S22, both released years ago now, shoot in 4K. 4K. You know what Hollywood feature films were shot in for decades? Far less than that. Your phone already outguns equipment that professional filmmakers would have mortgaged their house to own 20 years ago. The camera is not the problem. Here is what actually tanks video quality, and it has nothing to do with your lens. It is lighting. Bad lighting makes a $4,000 camera look like a potato. Good lighting makes a smartphone look cinematic. And guess what the best light source in the world is? The sun. Walk over to a window, face it, press record. You just solved your lighting problem for free. Natural light, specifically the soft, indirect kind you get on an overcast day, or when the sun is not blasting directly through the glass, is genuinely the most flattering light you can put on your face, not the expensive ring light. Now, here is the part where most people get it completely backwards. They spend hundreds on a camera, and then record audio that sounds like they're speaking through a tin can inside a wind tunnel. Bad audio will make people click off your course faster than anything else. It feels physically uncomfortable. It signals on a subconscious level that the content is not worth their time. So if you're going to spend money anywhere, and I mean the one place where a small investment pays the biggest return, it's a decent USB or clip-on microphone. You can find genuinely solid options for $15 to $30. The Fifine K678, the Boya BYM1. These are not fancy names. They are just nice little microphones that do a good job. Plug it in, clip it on, get 6 inches from your mouth, and your audio quality will immediately leap over 90% of the course content on the internet today. But even before you spend that $30, test what you have. Some earbuds, particularly Apple's wired earpods, have a built-in microphone that records surprisingly clean audio when you're speaking directly into it, especially if you're in a quiet room. Quiet room. That is the key phrase. Close your door. Put a blanket over the window if there is street noise. Record in a closet full of clothes if you have to. Soft surfaces absorb echo. Echo is the enemy. Your wardrobe is free acoustic foam. Let's talk about your backdrop, because this is where people spiral into unnecessary spending. You do not need a backdrop. You need a tidy corner. That's it. Pick a wall in your home. Make sure there's nothing embarrassing or distracting behind you. A plain painted wall? Perfect. A simple bookshelf? Lovely. A slightly blurred background because your phone's portrait mode is doing the work? Also fine. What you want to avoid is visual chaos. If there are 15 things competing for your viewer's attention behind you, they're not watching you. They are mentally cataloging your mess. One clean corner. One consistent spot. That is your studio. No set design budget needed. And for screen recording content, software tutorials, slide presentations, digital walkthroughs, you do not even need to be on camera at all. You just need your voice, a quiet room, and a free screen recording tool like OBS, which is open source and completely free, or even the built-in screen recorder on your Mac or Windows machine. The barrier to entry here is genuinely zero. So, let's recap the full zero budget setup. Your smartphone, already own it. Natural window light, free. A quiet room with soft furnishings, free. A tidy corner or plain wall, free. Your built-in earbuds for audio, probably already own them. And OBS, or your system's screen recorder if you're doing screen-based content, free. That is a complete, functional, professional enough production setup, right now, today, without spending a single dollar more than you already have. But here's the thing, and this is where people miss the second half of the equation. Even if you film everything perfectly, even if the lighting is gorgeous and the audio is crystal clear, you still have to actually deliver your course to students. And that is where the hidden costs and technical nightmares usually come in. Where are you going to host the videos? How are you going to process payments? How do you protect your content so someone does not just download it and share it for free? How do you send enrollment emails, track student progress, issue completion certificates? These are real questions, and if you try to stitch together 5 different free tools to answer them, you will spend more time managing your digital infrastructure than actually teaching your course. That is exactly why a platform like FreshLearn exists, and why it changes the math on this entire conversation. FreshLearn is a course hosting platform built specifically for creators who want to go from I have knowledge to I have a running online business without needing a developer, a tech team, or a massive upfront investment. And right now in 2026, they have a free plan, a real one, not a trial, not a 7-day access window, a permanent free plan where you can build and launch your course, host it, process payments, and start selling, all for $0 per month. Yes, on the free plan, you're limited to 1 product and 25 manual enrollments, which is honestly plenty to validate your idea and make your first sale. And just like every paid plan, FreshLearn charges 0 platform transaction fees. They take nothing from your revenue. You only pay the standard processor fees from Stripe or PayPal, which apply everywhere, regardless of platform. When you're ready to scale, paid plans start at around $49 a month, with unlimited courses, unlimited students, and all the marketing tools built in. But the pricing is honestly not even the main point. The point is what FreshLearn handles on your behalf. Video hosting and processing, done. Secure content delivery so your videos are protected, done. Payment gateway integration with Stripe, PayPal, and Razorpay, done. Student progress tracking, email campaigns, mobile app access for your learners, certificates on completion, all done. All inside one platform, all without you writing a single line of code. That is the heavy lifting. That is the part that stops most aspiring course creators cold. Not the filming, not the content, but the terrifying back-end infrastructure question of how does this thing actually work and who is going to set it all up. FreshLearn answers that question for you. So, think about what this actually means for you today. You have a smartphone, you have a window, you have a quiet room, and something genuinely valuable to teach. You have FreshLearn's free plan waiting for you to sign up in the next 10 minutes. What is the actual obstacle? Because it is not the equipment. It was never the equipment. The $2,000 camera was always just a very convincing reason to wait. And waiting has a cost too. It is just one you pay in opportunity rather than cash. You do not need to be ready. You just need to start. The gear you have right now is enough. The platform is ready when you are. Go build the thing.